Hello everybody, my name is Ipopris, and today we will be looking at level -99 of the backrooms megaflora. Now, I was trying to find a level and I decided to go negative, because negative levels are usually fun, and this one doesn't seem like it'll be any exception. So, as I don't have much else to say, let's get started. Level -99. Survival difficulty, class undetermined, mysterious properties, unknown information, undocumented entities. Level -99 is the 100th negative level of the backrooms. This level appears to consist of a giant tree suspended upside down over a black void. Description: Wanderers who enter this level will find themselves within a huge forest that covers the sky with trees. The ground consists of wood, from which grass, trees, and other plants are able to grow. Wanderers who climbed above the forest canopy discovered that the forest is actually localized on a single branch of a planet-sized tree. The tree appears to be large enough to have generated its own gravitational field, as wanderers tend to enter on the underside of the tree branch. The tree generally appears upside down to wanderers in the level. Falling off a branch will lead directly into the void below once one falls. They are considered lost, without any chance of recovery. This level houses endemic entities which bear similarities to the flora and fauna of the front rooms, and yet remain entirely unique. Though the level holds great potential for research, it has been discovered that wanderers who enter the level will always be separated from other wanderers, making this level incredibly difficult to explore and research as a team. By the way, the last picture's caption was, "A picture of this level. The fate of the wanderer is unknown." And the caption of this image is a drawing illustrating how the tree would look like. The tree is extremely large, so the drawing may be inaccurate. This level is extremely unstable. Wanderers inside may suddenly and spontaneously no-clip to random levels, often more dangerous ones. It is hypothesized that these unpredictable no-clips occur because the tree is in constant and random motion inside the void. The sun over the void. The sun over the void is an entity that resides above the roots of the tree. It has the appearance of a white star, a very far distance away from the tree, though the actual distance is unknown. Direct exposure to its light will kill any wanderer in a matter of seconds by disintegration. When a drone was sent out to take photos of the entity, it captured some photos that left the researchers in shock. There appear to be bubbles orbiting around the sun while being connected to the sun by beams of light. After further examination, the view of certain levels is reflected on the surface of the bubbles. The documented levels they observed were level 129 and level 998. A level that has not currently been documented was also observed. Due to the bubbles moving at extremely fast speeds, other bubbles have yet to be observed. The bubbles can even be accessed and will lead to the level that it mirrors. The only proof that the sun is actually an entity is the insistent claim most wanderers make that it speaks to them while they are within the level. Wanderers are not able to explain how they know that the voice belongs to the sun. By the way, this photo's caption is one of the photos taken of the entity moments before the death of the photographer. The photo shows the entity shining through the leaves of a tree. The fauna of megaflora. This level holds a variety of animals, similar to the fauna of the front rooms, but with noticeable differences. Some key examples are included here. Wolves. Wolves look similar to the ones that can be seen in the front rooms, but their mouths open horizontally. They usually hunt in packs and will attack on sight. They can only be found in higher sections of the level. Bears. Bears look quite different from their counterparts, as they have 15 eyes and 6 legs. Bears can only be found hibernating inside caves. It's best to ignore them, as they are not aggressive unless provoked. Deer. Deer look different depending on their gender. Male deer have long horns, multiple tails, and red eyes. Male deer usually attack any wanderers on sight by trying to pierce them with their horns. They are fast, which makes them extremely dangerous. Female deer can be recognized by their long, black, scar-looking marks starting from their head and going till the tail. Although they lack horns, they are not aggressive towards wanderers. Female deer are still to be avoided. When a wanderer gets too close to a female deer, they will suddenly no-clip through the tree, falling into the void. Squirrels. Squirrels appear to be very rare and extremely dangerous. They are almost identical in appearance to the ones in the front rooms, except for their fur, which is fluorescent. Squirrels always hunt in large packs, up to 100. When a pack of squirrels spots a wanderer, they will circle them and proceed to eat them alive. Any attempts at fighting back have been proven futile. Boars. Boars are one of the largest animals currently found inside the level. They look the same as the boars in the front rooms. Boars will commonly be seen lounging face up on the forest floor. Boars have been proven to be a good food source, as boar meat is safe to cook and consume. Wanderers are advised to bring proper hunting equipment and to kill boars swiftly and carefully, as boars can thrash and flail wildly in pain when caught, and the force of their tusks can prove fatal. The flora of megaflora. This level holds a variety of plants that do not exist in the front rooms. Giant Venus flytraps. These plants may seem similar in appearance to their front room's counterparts, but are far more dangerous. These plants will stay hidden in the ground, where the grass is taller. Once someone steps on their open mouth, the plant will close itself and lift itself into the air. Then it will begin to digest the wanderer, which can take days, even weeks, to fully dissolve. Lestron. Lestron is the name for a herb found on the edge of a branch. This herb can be used to create access denied. It has the appearance of purple sage. Gamapali. Gamapali is the name given to a small plant that glows on the branches of trees in the level. This plant is known to be extremely deadly, as the glow it emanates is a toxic gas that can kill wanderers extremely quickly if inhaled. Palette. This plant can be found camouflaged against tree bark. They wait for wanderers to get close enough, then dislodge, falling on wanderers and crushing them. Other places, fauna or flora, remain undocumented, until further exploration is being done. Communities and outposts. There are no known communities or outposts on this level. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Entry into this level occurs randomly when someone explores any nature-based level. Wanderers who ended up in this level said that they felt like they were dragged by a mysterious force. Exits. Exiting the level happens randomly as well. After spending some time inside the level, wanderers will no-clip into a random level. The only explanation for this is the level's instability. The time before no-clipping can range from a day to even a year. Well, that about does it for level -99. Interesting. I love plants in general. I think there needs to be more greenery. At first I didn't realize the drawing. I didn't realize the top of that was roots. I thought it was like a dual-ended tree. I don't know how much I enjoy the sun being an entity that just disintegrates you, though it does make me wonder, how do you know that's an entity? Well, maybe voices? How do you know that's an entity and not just a strange object? I guess a strange object can be an entity. But I love the entities that aren't just well, you know, the regular death moths, skin takers, you know, smilers, all that stuff, and that there's actually entities for the level, and that they seem to fit pretty well. I don't know if this gives negative level vibes, though that's just my subjective take on that. I still would really like to know how the fuck they classify levels. How do you... like, is it in order? Did someone get to level 0? Okay, 0. They got to the next level. They just happened to get to level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on. Seems hard to believe to me, but I don't know what else they could be using to classify levels. But, yeah. Also, there was a part of it that reminded me... yes, I remember now. It was the Lestron. And the Gamma Poly. That kind of reminded me of something in my own world that I've talked about before on Hygeia. On the planet of Hygeia, there is a plant known as Mirthbane. It got its name from let me pull up the document. I forget the king's name. But it's an event known as the Betrayal of Mirth. And, yes, it was used in the assassination of King Lieriu of Briarthorn, which, well, these days is Mimisia. Yeah, I was drawing a map of it earlier, but I only got a couple of continents drawn before I ran out of ideas. Also, I figured out that the diameter of this planet is about 200,000 miles. So, yeah. But it does raise some interesting questions about the backrooms itself. Like the bubbles on the sun, what could those be? Right? Is this like the outside of the backrooms? Is this even a level? How do you know what's a level? Do you know? I guess at a certain point it's all speculation though, but it is nonetheless fun. But yeah, just more stuff. One day, some of this information, it's all gonna start connecting. At least for me. It might have started connecting for someone that found my channel, was like, oh, I love the way this guy reads. For some reason. And just decided to watch all of them. And now you're like a conspiracy theorist, but for the backrooms. Just like, no, okay. So the fandom and the wiki, they're in cahoots. They work together. They're not two different canons. Actually, the same thing. I mean, maybe. That might be the case. You could interpret it. I'm sure some of the levels are straight up just not the same. But that's the thing. The backrooms is so vast and so unknown that maybe some levels conflict. Maybe some things just repeat, like the MEG exists into maybe. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's, again, like, it's all just speculation. But that's what we're here for, I guess, to find out lore and really just explore these areas, which you can't do in real life. But actually, fortunately, I don't know if I'd want to live in a world where I can just be pulled out of reality and put into an upside-down tree forest where the sun kills me. Yeah, I choose the word fortunately now. That's locked in. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about this level. And I have been iPoppers. If you enjoyed this video, for some reason, there's people that are a lot better at reading the backrooms levels than I am. You can do a number of things. You can like the video to show that you liked it. It boosts it in your algorithm, and it generally just helps me know I'm doing something good. Also, if you have a suggestion or something you want me to read, comment. Even if it's something that you think I don't do very well on, or you just don't like the video for whatever reason, comment it. I will read it. And honestly, I'll probably like it, because I get comments about as often as there is a total solar eclipse over the same place. And let's see, what else? Yes. If you like the video as well, it puts it into your likes playlist, so you can come back to it later. You know, click on it, come to my channel with it. You can also subscribe and or click the notification bell for various degrees of supporting me and being notified. If you didn't like the video, however, you can leave a dislike, but YouTube's kind of a piss baby about dislike visibility, so probably just comment. Anyway, I think that about does it for that. Anyway, I have been iPoppers, and until next time, I still don't have an elegant way of signing out, so bye.